All right, so I'm doing a video. This is open mats on February 7th, 2026 at FTCC Las Vegas, my home gym in Las Vegas. I told some friends a while back in my hometown, Rochester, New York, I'd make some videos doing jujitsu and give like a little bit of my commentary. So, anyone that stops over my page and watches, happy for you to drop any comments or anything like that. I'm really not making this to make any sort of a jujitsu page or anything like that. If I start to make some content and people like it, maybe I'll make a little bit more content. But just keep in mind I'm a 43-year-old purple belt, and I do this recreationally. I have done some tournaments, but everybody in this gym I've rolled with multiple times and I know really well, and so that's going to be kind of you'll see that we know our games a little bit pretty well and different type of things. So probably maybe because I'm old, I like to pull guard and kind of get right into playing my ground game. I'm always just looking immediately to sweep or something. So there, he kind of got a little bit too anxious with just pushing my leg down, and I hipped out. It was like very close to a back take there, and he had to posture up and get out of that. So he's looking to smash my knees down. He's got a that swivel grip, so when he's doing that, I'm just kind of trying to keep my legs separated so I can get up to my elbow and create some space away from him. All right, so now I got spider grip on that side, and I had a lasso grip, or excuse me, De La Hiva hook, and I actually roll under for okay, so I remember this. So I actually roll under, tried to do a berimbolo. I didn't get really that well under him. Probably should just back rolled up to top position immediately, but yeah. Anyways, he actually toe hold me there. You couldn't see it, but I tapped out. Funny story about that. About a year and a half, maybe even longer ago, I asked a female world champion that trains at our gym pretty regularly. Haven't seen her in a little bit, but she trains in our gym regularly. I asked her like what she does specifically, like when if she berimbolo and someone went for a toe hold, and she actually just told me, "Bro, just eat it." And I mean, I think in a competition, that's probably good advice. But the thing is, there's a guy behind us, my friend back here, Dave. I actually tried to feel my sensitivity out against him as far as toe holds, and he told me he let go of a toe hold that he had on me, excuse me, because he was like afraid he was going to hurt me. So after he told me that, I kind of was like, all right, you know what? I don't want to put my training partners in a bad position where they feel like they might hurt me. So I just decided, I might, certain scenarios, I might test out the sensitivity, with like the toe holds and see how much I can fight them. But I don't want to put anyone in a bad spot, especially like my friends at the gym. And then, the gym owner, Taylor, I don't want him to start asking questions why somebody had to rush me to the hospital because I broke my toe, broke my foot or something like stupid like that. So, all right. So here I kind of got that same hook on the leg, and I'm looking to fight for a Kimura grip there. He's looking to smash into headquarters and smash my legs together, start his pass. And so he's connecting his hands back here and trying to backstep out of that. I'm going up for a belt grip. I think if he passes too aggressive, I might just roll underneath and try to sweep him that way. And all right, so I actually just sit back in the guard again, get my feet back active on his hip, and this foot up here on his shoulder. And let's see what I'm doing. All right, so I go for a scissor sweep. One of my favorite sweeps, definitely in the gi. I've actually hit that before in Masters division of Masters Worlds at Purple Belt, the first year I competed, and I was able to secure top position when I did it there. In this match, I'm gonna go back and talk about this real quick. So after I swept him, I can't even really say it was a sweep because he immediately. I mean, I might have gotten points because I was kind of on my hip and he was sitting, so a ref might have seen that as me being top position for 3 seconds. But then he kind of like immediately sits back, so it's either I'd have just got an advantage or maybe I just gave him like a couple of points back because he was able to elevate above me and sit me back down to my butt. All right, so I think I was going for like a rolling omoplata there, but didn't work out. Just kind of gave me a little bit more space to go back into playing my guard. And let's see. All right, so just using this that grip on his shoulder for distance management, that cross grip, kind of punching into his shoulder, use that to sit up and create a little bit more space. All right, so now actually fire into this omoplata. It's one of my favorite techniques. I'm just going to rewind it real quick. So when a lot of people used to do this from the lasso grip, and they'd let go of the lasso to reach up really quick, grab under the armpit with with my right arm, and then with their left hand, pull this like right into their hip, and just like that, switch right into an omoplata. So I'm immediately sitting up, and to finish the omoplata is very tough, but I have to break his posture down. So right now he's up on his knees on all fours, and really have to get him completely flat. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. Usually I would try to move my whole body over to my right, break him down. But he knows what I'm trying to do. So he ends up rolling, doing a front roll out of this. And there's a couple of things. I came up and tried to get an arm bar immediately. Somebody actually told me this one time, and never really got it, but they told me that when people roll front roll like that there's immediately an opportunity to omoplata the other arm. So it would be his left arm. I could let go of this, and when he comes up there, just fire an omoplata on that arm. I never really see that. Usually I just try to come up and secure top position. All right, so back to the same guard game that I've been playing. And just kind of keeping distance. Don't want him to close the distance on me. And let's see. All right, so I actually remember this. I never was like really big on doing a whole lot of collar chokes, but I kind of sold out on this collar choke right here to see. I wasn't able to get a tap, but he had to bail out, and I was able to come up and get top position. So I'm kind of happy with that because people have told me that I gotta chain my subs together into sweeps, and when I've explained to certain higher level people that, man, I couldn't get this one sweep I'm going for, they're like, well, go for an attack first, and then they'll have to open that up. All right, so now immediately going into my guard pass, I'm gonna, if my memory recalls, gonna go into like one of my favorite passes. I really like these hip turn passes. So what I'm gonna do is my left leg, I'm gonna use it as a wedge to kind of keep. I don't want him to get up on his side where he can get an underhook and start to wrestle up and get up. So I'm gonna use this as a wedge, my left leg, to kind of pin him there, and then I'm gonna try to backstep this leg, and you have to be very very strong with this grip, pulling him into you. Um, Marcelo Garcia used to do it where he would do a reverse over underhook and kind of flatten the people out. When people started getting really good at playing the octopus guard, I got myself into trouble doing the hip turn pass in that manner. So I kind of gotten back to just reaching over the top and getting a lot of gi and sucking my left arm back into my bodies to keep him stable. And so he didn't let me get get my foot out to pass. So I just ended up switching to going into 3/4 mount, and then from there I can get double underhooks and start to work into a pass into straight into mount or straight into back into side knee cutting into side control. I'm just gonna go back like a quick second here. So he wouldn't let me get this foot out to pass into side control. He was pretty strong there, so I just decided, he gave me all the space to just drive my knee to the mat and then flatten him out. Now from like right here in this position, I could start to work to get underhooks and then either knee cut either direction or try to work straight into mount. If you ever do an IBJJF tournament, most of the tournaments I do lately recently have been IBJJF. You'll get 7 points for passing the guard from here right in the mount. You'll get 3 points for a regular guard pass, and then you get 4 points for mount. So if you hit that in a tournament, that's a real backbreaker. And from that point, you should pretty easily win the match unless something terribly goes wrong, which can happen. You can get subbed or something. But all right, so that's my first match Saturday morning with Ron. I'm gonna have I think 5 more matches. Most of them did not go this well for me. Me and Ron are pretty even, and I had some positive things I did, but a handful of these matches I went against, I really got smashed. So it's going to be good for me to watch some of those matches and see what I can improve on. All right, we got the next match of the February 7th Open mats. I'm going against PJ, about my age, mid 40s, a little bit smaller than me. Two totally different games. He's a leg locker, and I pretty much just look to go forward, pass guard, play a lot of control. I play a lot of guard, but I got to be careful against him because I don't like to leave my legs hanging around. So a lot of my passing, I kind of have on my knees. I try to avoid like any type of like crazy standing passing because he'll dive right for my ankle and start to get into like single leg X and some of these other leg lock entries. So he's actually gotten really good at doing choi bars too. So I got to be careful about that. This is pretty much basically when I'm going against PJ. If he implements his game, he beats me. If I implement my game, I can get him. So my style, like I'm just trying to smash his legs, pass his guard. So he did a good job of extending his knees open and retaining guard. So now he's going back into a leg, and kind of know from here I'm fighting that top foot. I'm not trying not to let that get on my hip so that he can extend, and I'm able to turn kind of belly down also. Like if he turned me to the other side, he could belly down on a straight ankle lock, and I'll be in a lot of trouble. So, all right, back to just me basically playing guard here, and let's see what happens next. I go into a low tripod, just trying to smash his hips, and he's going back to a choi bar attempt on my arm, kind of like the shoulder crunch position right here, and all right, back again to square one. It's going to happen a lot when I go with him. We just kind of stall each other out. All right, so he's trying to extend me out, trying to get into a leg entry, and see, I keep just kind of like pummeling my feet away. Sometimes, depending on what's going on, I'll kind of like deliberately play a lot of leg lock game with him just so I can learn some stuff and put myself into bad positions. And so now this is probably my best attempt right here. I think pretty much smash his knees down. I'm kind of using my hips to drive his knee, and somewhere at the last moment I made a mistake, and he was able to slide his right leg, get a butterfly hook, and elevate me and stop me from going straight to full mount. And here we back are at the beginning. So kind of the same thing. All right, so go for the over the top grip. All right, he bellies down. Oh, okay, so this was a very short round, only 3.5 minutes. So um, I'd like to see what I was able to do at the end there. When he bellied down, if I could transition to a back take or what I would have done next. But yeah, so that's a shorter round. So I'll probably do one more match, and I think I'm starting to get into some of these bigger guys or heavy hitters that really see me getting smashed. So all right, so that's a good video. Again, that's me and PJ. All right, so next February 7th open mats. I'm rolling with Jonathan. Got his pro belt about 4 or 5 months ago. Approximately my age. Another guy in his mid 40s. That's why I like this open mats. Nothing against younger guys, but all right. So I go kind of double inside. against a standing opponent, what they call double koichi gari. I don't keep up with all the Japanese stuff, but all right. So he's a pretty good guard passer. He likes to smash my knees down, pass from there. So I lock up close guard, which is one of my favorite spots. Always looking to my first priority is kind of get an arm drag. I need to break that grip with his right hand, and so I actually switch and had a really crappy attempt at an omoplata, which it is what it is. It's gonna happen. All right, so now he's kind of up in this seated position, and I'm still basically playing back on guard on my back or side. I really should just let go of my grips and explode up, and just try to take top position. That's probably what I'm doing here. I switch to. Oh no, he's actually going for a straight foothold, straight foot lock, and all right. So get out of that. Back to square one, grip fighting. Let's see. Looking to use my feet on his hip to break down his posture, and looks like I'm going back to close guard. A lot of these guys, again, everyone in this open mat I've rolled with more than 10 times probably. So they know a lot of my game, and I'm familiar with a lot of what they're trying to do. So it sometimes it'll make for a boring match because we kind of just stall each other out, but it is what it is. All right, so see, I got cross collar grip and kind of going for the underhook with my left arm. And so actually, let me just rewind that. So it kind of looks like I just did like a kind of like a seated ankle pick. Here, let's see. Yeah, something like that. That just come up and take top position. Then I look to start passing. And there he throws a triangle attempt, and I got a posture up. So actually, I just jammed my thumb there. So I've had this irritating thumb injury since around Thanksgiving time. Jammed my thumb when I was home in New York playing with my nieces and nephews, and now it just kind of finds every pointy object when I'm doing jiu-jitsu. I keep constantly re-injuring it. But all right, so he hasn't quite closed up his guard. I'm kind of splitting the guard. I'm maybe looking to do an over-under pass. Yeah, it looks like. So I got that that under grip, and got his right leg kind of pinned to the ground, and let's see what I'm going to do next here. Okay, so he's actually going for it. He's got a lasso grip, which he's been playing a lot with this lasso guard stuff, and he's got a pretty good lasso. So I backstep out, but I'm still honestly in danger because, like I said, he's actually swept me when I thought I've had side control. So I'm like really putting my weight back. My right arm being trapped with his lasso. See how I'm kind of swinging my hand out to try to get it on the outside of his thigh to break that grip. But until I really break that grip, I'm not really secure with this guard pass. Yeah, like I know what he's kind of thinking about doing. So this top spin right here to the other side is probably what's gonna secure a guard pass for me. Yeah. So now at this point, he might turn over and expose his back, or if I just am able to flatten him out, secure a guard pass. All right, so kind of in north-south position, and probably looking to get a Kimura grip on his right arm. Oh, these rounds go fast when I'm commentating. All right, so another pretty good round. Like I said, kind of if we've trained a lot together, at least 3 years now, and we kind of know each other's game, so we kind of stall each other out. I think if I was a roll one of these younger wrestlers over here, I think they're both about 17, 18. it might have been a more interesting round, or it probably been more open space and more variables. But I didn't get any videos rolling with them. Maybe next week at Open Mats. But yeah, another good video, kind of showing some stuff. So all right, gonna move on to the next one.